Hi everypony! Welcome one and all to Bright Ideas Pun Shop, where you can get the best deals on double meanings, quotes on quips, and bargains on belly busters. What's that? Oh, you think this simple stand is all there is to see? Far from it. It's merely a facade. Come, I'll show you what the real pun shop looks like inside. In honor of my second ever Punniversary special, I decided to include not just jokes and one-liners for my material, but questions from my friends and viewers. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite include every single submission for this video, and I hope all of you who sent in comments and messages understand that and enjoy this special regardless. Without further ado, let the punning proceed. I'll take a pun. How much? For ponies, $1. If I sent you a card in the mail, would it be hair mail? Indeed, bunny buddy, indeed. Well, this was unexpected, but I guess the puns are back in town. Just bay-leafing yourself, and remember, Kakuna Ratata. It means no worries. Oh, pokey puns, gotta catch 'em all. Two Mexican meals were walking together when one of them notices the other one crying. The first one says, "You wanna talk about it?" Then the other one says, "Nah, not your problem." As a steam engine, my job requires a lot of training. Why so much, you may ask? Well, the boss had some locomotives when he asked me for my help. As soon as I got the job, I got my caboose back to the house to tell my family the good news. We celebrated by getting some chicken tenders later on. Overall, today was a really good day. All aboard the Punny Express. What do you call two apples? A pear. I hope you've been having a great day, sis, and I hope you orange annoyed at these fresh fruit puns that I am pairing my sentences with. You'll have to excuse my appeal. It seems to have grown on me. I'll stop with the banter and split. Some juicy jokes over here. I'll find a way to squeeze them in somewhere. I'll say, all these fruit jokes make for a nice punch. Ah, refreshing. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. Jokes that involve swords need only to make their point. How do you make anything of note? By getting in trouble. Both of those jokes are great examples of a sharp wit. Yesterday I accidentally swallowed some food coloring. The doctor says I'm okay, but I feel like I've died a little inside. Well, it's good to see you haven't lost your sense of humor. What do you do with a pizza with no toppings? Tell the cook there was mushroom for improvement. I'm sorry if that pun was too cheesy. I went to a restaurant with a sign that said they serve breakfast at any time, so I ordered French toast during the Renaissance. Puns about time never age. Did you know Harry Potter characters can be found in your living room? You have Barty Couch Jr., Dobby the House Shelf, Dumbledore, Luna Lampgood, and the Whomping Pillow. Any more furniture puns, and you can call me Bright IKEA. What does the editor say to you when you start making jokes about him? Cut that out, Bright Idea! Now that's a wrap. Sapphire Heartsong loves watching Yuri on Ice, cause she's born to make history. I got chills watching her review. It makes me so cold-hearted. And for my finale, what does Bright Idea put on when she falls to sleep? A bright light. And that's a shocking joke. Alright, enough with the punishment. You came to this video for more than just jokes, didn't you? Well, have some answers to your questions. Flawless Victory 20. What other fandom are you a part of besides MLP? There isn't really a single fandom I'm as passionate about or involved in as the MLP fandom, because I've made so many friends and know so many great people in the community. But I am a fan of many things, including but not limited to Doctor Who, Undertale, Disney and Pixar, Hamilton, Steven Universe, Monty Python, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Star Trek, Animaniacs, Avatar, and Gravity Falls. But yeah, MLP is what I consider my home fandom. All the other fandoms I like to visit. Okay, when did you first develop this obsession with puns? And how many people have you annoyed with it? That's an excellent question, Blackbird. I guess punning just runs in my family. From a very young age, I've been practicing my delivery, reading up on the funniest material, and learning from master comedians. My grandpa on my mom's side was especially one of my biggest influences. He had a joke for pretty much every occasion. Though he's no longer with us, his memory and legacy lives on, and I'm proud to call myself a punster. As far as how many people I've annoyed, I don't have an answer for that. Though there is a certain gray earth pony I enjoy teasing from time to time.
You clearly have no concept of time when time to time is constant.
Oh, come on, babe. Getting mad at her isn't a bright idea.
Oh, don't you start.
How did you and Robbie meet? Any projects for Season 7 reviews? And a pun. Have you ever tried to eat a clock? It's very time-consuming. Good one, BlueTopazJames. And if I'm still hungry, I can go back 4 seconds. Cool story about me and Robbie, which is short for his pony Sona's full name, Rav Aharon ben Yisrael. We're both Jewish and connected through YouTube. He's not active video-wise, but he's made 6 pony-related videos between February 2015 and January 2016. I forget how I found him exactly, but I subscribed to his content sometime in late 2015, and then through some technical mystery unsubscribed to him and didn't notice. He later wrote me a private note on DeviantArt asking if there was anything he did to have made me unsub him, and I reassured him that he did nothing wrong. There must have been a mistake, and I resubbed back. We've pretty much been close ever since, writing each other texts and emails back and forth, and having video calls that last for hours. I visited him 3 times now, and it's always a blast every time I do. He's an even bigger punster than me, believe it or not. Oh, and to answer your question about Season 7 reviews, I'm gonna leave that to the pros. If anyone asks me to do a collab, fine, but I'm not your typical brony reviewer. I play by my own rules. I know you like Harry Potter, so what's your ideal animagus? Oh, that's an excellent question, Lifey. For those who haven't read the books or watched the movies, an animagus is a person who can transform into an animal of their choice, but only one animal and with certain identifiable markings because you have to register for such a privilege in the wizarding community. I'm assuming you're wondering what kind of animal I'd like to turn into if I was an animagus, and my answer would be probably a toss-up between a sun conure or a European rabbit. First of all, congratulations on 1,000 subs. Second of all, do people just ship you with Aeon, or is he really your boyfriend? Thank you for asking that question, Sonic. Aeon is not my boyfriend, but he is a very sweet guy and a major flirt. We talk on Skype from time to time, and we've met in real life once last August. I hope to meet him again in the future and continue our wonderful friendship. I will admit, his voice is really something else. Moving on. GeekySteven, are you a real villain? Real question though, how did you become a brony? I became a brony by starting from the very first episode, back in late 2012, early 2013. I remember seeing people talk about the show online and hearing how surprisingly good the show was, so I searched for episodes on YouTube and kept watching one after the other until I was hooked and I got my sister hooked on it as well. Though as far as contributing to the fandom, I didn't start doing that until February 2015 with my first pony parody, Kung Pony Enter the Hoof. And here we are today, 2 years after starting my Bread Idea channel. Manic Bulbs, how did you come up with your OC and the name Bread Idea? Because when someone told me I was going to meet you soon, I wore sunglasses so I could even see you. Professor Flying Joe Mule asked a similar question. How did you come up with Bread Idea in the first place? And why the name? What made you go with Unicorn in the first place for your OC? Bread Idea pretty much came up as a result of wanting a name to go on the credits of my Kung Pony video. Something that sounded vague enough that it sounds like a name for a production company, but unique enough that it would stick in people's minds. I needed a bright idea in that moment, and then I thought, hey, that's perfect! I didn't even have an OC in mind, but after coming up with the name, she was just kind of born in that very moment, like a bolt from the blue. I made her a unicorn because it was my favorite of the 3 pony races, and so that I could use magic to write and draw instead of using my mouth. Do you know how weird pencils taste? Blech. Oh, Joe Mule asked another question. As a professor, one tends to forget his train of thought and winds up in the wrong station. How do you come up with your editing process in your videos? How do you do that, and what tools do you use to do them? Well, for my videos, once I have an idea planned or scripted out, first I record the audio, and I use Audacity for cleaning up background noise and editing out long pauses. See what I didn't do there? Then after that's done, I use Photoshop for any backgrounds, characters, and props I might need in the video itself, and I use Premiere Pro to put the video all together. Depending on what kind of video I'm making, whether it's a song cover, PMV, updates video, or a collab piece, it can take anywhere from 1 day to several weeks until I have a finished product. My favorite part is uploading the video to YouTube and sharing it on all my accounts so my followers know I have a new bright idea to share. That's about it for this Punniversary special. Thanks for stopping by and for giving me oh so many, wait for it, puns and questions. Oh, and bright ideas, of course. Until next time, see you all later, and have a punderful day.